dozens of migrants lined up, sleeping on the floor of Terminal E at Logan Airport. WBZ's Louisa Mueller is live for us at the State House tonight. Louisa, the video that we just showed was taken just a few days ago. So are the migrants still there at the airport?
David, I am told they are back there tonight, but they weren't there this morning when I visited. You know, the migrants have told my contacts themselves that they're getting on buses and leaving during the day and coming back in the evening. So we asked lawmakers, is there a coordinated effort to move the migrants during the day, and what does that cost? And their answers were somewhat ambiguous. Last week, our camera captured dozens of families sleeping on the floor of Terminal E at Logan. Little ones toddling across the floor and babies. The issue isn't new. Massport officials said migrant families were sleeping in Logan in November, but the numbers are startling. Some estimate more than 100 folks.
There's lots of children, a lot of children.
Medford woman Keturah Dews has been visiting the airport, providing resources to the families and speaking.
Everyone else. But sadly, on July 27th...
Yes, this is sad. Before we proceed with the video, family of Carla Maria, murdered by illegal immigrant and gang member, files 100 million lawsuit against Biden administration. We bring this landmark lawsuit in honor of Keller to get answers on how this catastrophic failure occurred and help prevent another senseless murder, said Brian, the lawyer for Tammy Noble's Hamilton's murder. I have seen this and it is very concerning. There is another video. A question came up to Karine. A similar situation, though not actually like this, happened recently. Karine responds to this question, tells you everything you need to know. Before we go into this video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, please, why not share this video?
2022, I received the worst news that a parent doesn't want to hear. That my newly 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room and left on the floor like trash. She left behind a mother who loved her, a stepfather, a brother, a younger sister, grandparents, and lots of aunts, uncles, and cousins. At first, we knew very little details of the murder until an arrest was made. The details we learned broke us. At the end of March of 2022, Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S. at the southwest border in Rio Grande City, Texas. I am not sure if he was vetted or not, but he was a 16-year-old known gang member affiliated with MS-13 in El Salvador. The MS-13 motto is, he entered the country as an unoccupied alien child. As a UAC, the murderer was allowed to go live with his aunt in Frederick, Maryland. She was also an illegal immigrant. There were issues with him living there, and he went to go live with his half-brother who lived in the same trailer park as Kayla and her boyfriend. My questions are, what protocol was the aunt supposed to follow? If she couldn't handle him, then why not inform the proper authorities? The half-brother tried to get him a job and to do the right thing, but that didn't happen. So the half-brother told him that he had to leave. At the trailer park, an illegal immigrant owned numerous trailers and was subletting them out. That is how Kayla was able to get a place, because she didn't make much and had no credit yet. The half-brother asked the owner if she had any rooms for rent. She did. The same trailer as Kayla. Kayla's murderer was living there less than 5 days before he viciously murdered.
Yes, when you take a look at what is going on, extremely sad. The Biden administration continued to blame the Trump administration for what is going on. I have watched a lot of videos where they continue to do this. Texas governor took up a decision recently, to arrest people coming in, and they had to sue him to allow more people to continue to enter. That is what they want. Look at the pain this mother is going through. Putting out this lawsuit, to me, is actually the best decision she has taken. If they don't do this, people will not realize what I see on daily basis.
One thing that the president does not do is insult voters or American people.
Will the administration then amend its separate statement that implied that Texas officials were responsible for the deaths of 3 migrants when, in fact, they had nothing to do with it? They had already been dead for an hour by the time Mexico told anyone in the U.S. about it, and the administration admitted as much in their court filing. They acknowledged that in their court filing, but the statement from the White House implies that Texas was responsible, and a number of outlets were forced to issue corrections and editor's notes because of that White House statement. So will the White House amend that statement?
So let's be sensitive here. 3 people died. 3 migrants died. 2 children and a woman. That was devastating. Devastating situation, heartbreaking situation. So let's be really mindful of what we're talking about here. I want to take a step back and just as you're talking about our statement, look, as I mentioned, a woman and 2 children died. They drowned near Eagle Pass, which is, as I said, devastating, and that Texas officials blocked Border Patrol from accessing the area. That's what was happening at that time. Our statement is consistent with DOJ's filing. As the DOJ filing said, there was an ongoing emergency situation that Border Patrol was blocked from accessing. There were other migrants in the water as well. But I'm just saying there was an ongoing.
The White House statement the White House statement says that Texas officials blocked U.S. Border Patrol from attempting to provide emergency assistance.
There were other migrants in the water.
Then why wasn't that included in the statement?
There were other migrants in the water.
That's what you were referring to.
Our statement is very much consistent with DOJ filing. Anything else specific you want to know about that, I would certainly refer you to DOJ.
This is heartbreaking. I feel sad watching this clip. It is high time to realize that people are being hurt. They are not doing anything about that. Watching Karine the other day, she is proceeding to spew out these lies, blaming the Trump administration. Oh, we want to do this. Congress is holding back. We want to pass this bill. Congress, always playing the blame game. Why people are being hurt? I believe this lawsuit should be an eye-opening, to a lot of people. It is crazy allowing any kind of person to enter a country without any control. You don't know who exactly is who. That is a problem here. When I do videos about this issue of migrant, I actually get backlash from black people, which I don't understand. I just want to air my mind, when issues like this are arising. When I looked through this video, the first time I saw it, I didn't understand what was going on until I had to watch to a certain length to realize this woman is in pain. So putting a 100 million lawsuit to a lot of people, that is not even enough. They should be able, to pay this. 2 migrants recently died at the border. I don't know, inside the river, they discovered after an hour, and they're trying to play the blame game here also. Karine had a segment, she said a lot about this.